you turn your calculators back on, we were right here, and we were talking about those two black triangles should be pointing towards each other. Uh-oh. Super fast. Okay. So you have the two black triangles up at the top pointing towards each other. If they're pointing away from each other, I told you you don't know your left from your right. You'll notice that it's then asking me to guess. You don't have to guess. Just hit enter again. And that is the exact answer. So notice this thing does not cross the x-axis at -2. It's a little bit past that. -6.0, -2.06, blah, 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 blah. So, one other thing you might notice, if you look at the y coordinate, does anybody have something that's not a 0? What do you have? You don't have a 0? Do you have like something with an E on the end? What do you have right there? Oh. Well, let's find the next 0. I think we just got broken up by lunch. So there's one of my zeros. So write it down before you lose it. So -2.07, let's call it. So now I want to find the next 0. So maybe this one right here. I go through the same steps, which were hit second calc, choose choice 2. But now I want to go to the left of this one, right? So just make sure that you are on the left-hand side.
Wait, so we're just going to leave this one?
What? Write it down, because that's one of your answers. Now we're going to find the next one. So I just need to make sure I'm to the left of that intersection point, which I am, so I hit enter. And then it says right bound, so I go to the right of that intersection, and I hit enter. Doesn't matter how far to the left or how far to the right you are. You just need to make sure you're on the left and then on the right. So again, you see the two black triangles pointing towards each other. You just hit enter again when it says guess. And then there it gives me the next exact answer. Well, I say exact, but okay. Did you hit?
I look down, I look up.
Oh, sorry. Hit second calc.
Second.
Calc is the on the top where it traces.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're going to choose choice 2.
And then.
So depending on which one you want to find. So if I'm trying to find this one right here, look up at the screen. If I'm trying to find that one, that blinky guy, see the blinky guy is almost like exactly on it. I don't want him on it. I want him to the left of it. So I'm going to hit the left arrow key a couple of times. Make sure he's to the left, and then I hit enter. Then it says right bound. So now I have to move the arrow key. Again, he's almost right on it right there. And then I just hit the right arrow key a couple times to make sure he's on the right-hand side of it. I hit enter again. I get my two triangles at the top. When it says guess, you just hit enter again. It doesn't, don't worry about that. And then there should be your exact answer. And again, I'm saying exact, but it's exact out to this many decimal places, right? If it's an irrational number and it's going to keep going forever, it's just going to round it off at some point. Okay? So, here is our... Now, if I'm trying to do it by hand, right? If I'm looking at a graph by hand, I'm never going to know that it crosses at -0.68. I just knew it was somewhere close to -1. I can't tell by sight that it's there, but the calculator can. So there is my second 0. Do I have any more zeros? No. Well, the other ones are going to be imaginary numbers because it never crosses the x-axis again. So those are the only two places where it crosses the x-axis at the two numbers we just found. So -2.07 and -0.68. Hooray! Now, it's asking me to find the relative max and min. So in other words, I want to know, see that high point right there? I want to know where is that? See that there's a low point right there? I want to know where's the, huh? Oh, sorry. That high point right there, I want to know where is that? What's its coordinate? Same thing for that high point right there. I want to know where's that one. And this low one, where's that? Well, the calculator will tell me all those things. Ready to find it? Oh, right. Here's what you need to know. Let's say I want to find this one. Is that point right there, everybody looking at my screen? This point, is that a relative max or min? Max. You need to know in your head because I have to choose one in the menu. So just make sure you know before you click away from the screen if you're trying to find a max or a min. So in this case, I'm trying to find a max. So again, I'm going to hit second calc, that same menu. And then what do you think I choose? Choice 4 for max. And then it's going to ask me the same questions. It's saying left bound. It means go a little bit to the left of the high point. Right bound, go a little bit to the right of the high point. Yes, just hit enter. No. When you're doing left bound, right bound, no. Just make sure you are somewhere to the left and somewhere to the right. So there is the ordered pair for that relative max. So jot that down before you click away from it. Negative 1.53, comma, 3.94. And note that it's a max. Relative max. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. This next one, this one right there, what is that? That's a min, right? That's a minimum. So I hit the same button, second calc, but now I choose choice 3. Choice 3, because this time I'm finding a minimum. So now again, I go somewhere to the left of that minimum, and then I go somewhere to the right of that minimum. I get the two black triangles pointing towards each other. I just hit enter. And there it is. So I jot that down. So it's 0.26, comma, negative 3.25. And that is a min, relative min.
So that point.
Yeah, and you'll see when you hit enter, the blinky guy goes exactly to it. So he's exactly on it, and that's its ordered pair. And then I just want to find that one, that max right there. So you're going to do, again, second calc, choice 4, go left, go right, hit enter. So eventually you get really fast at these, and it takes you like 10 seconds. And you're like, bloop. Look at me getting all these cool numbers. So 1.27, comma, negative 1.69. And that one was a relative max. Okay, you are asked to sketch, so I just quickly plotted those 3 points, right? Boom, 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 and then I just, and there it is. Ready to try another one? Okay, let's try. Is everybody ready? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, let's try number 2. Where am I going to go to type that in? You hit y equals. We can clear the old stuff because I don't care about that one anymore. And now I'm going to type in the new one. So go ahead and type that in. Oh, shoot. If you have this calculator, see the mistake I made? Ugh, you have to come down out of the exponents. Ugh, I'll never get used to that.
So we go second for music graph.
You typed it in already? Oh. Hit y equals in the top left corner.
Okay. And then we
Yeah.
can delete this first.
Right. Clear that one away. You don't care about that one anymore. And then type in the new one. So I'll wait for everybody to get to this point. So make sure you get your polynomial in there. It should look like this. If you have it all teeny tiny and it's all up there, that's because you didn't come out of the exponent box. So make sure it should look pretty close to mine. You might have, if you're using the black calculator, you're going to have a caret in between. I'll show you. What the hey? While I'm waiting. Yours would look like this. Minus 4x squared. Like that with the caret instead of the whatever. Okay, so everybody's got their function in. So now we already set the window from -10 to 10. So when you hit graph, it's automatically going to go there. You don't have to do that again. All right, not bad, not bad. I have 3 x-intercepts to find, right? I can see them on my graph. I can see 1, 2, 3. I can only find them one at a time. Do you remember what you hit to find them? Second calc, and if I'm looking for x-intercepts, I'm going to choose, yes, choice 2, I want the zeros. So assuming I want to find this leftmost one first, your blinky guy appears, make sure you move him to the left of that, and then move him to the right of it.
Mine keeps saying error.
That means you're not going to the left and then to the right. Here's, if you're getting an error, do second calc choice 2. Move your blinky guy as close to that x-intercept as you can possibly get. Is he there? Now hit the left arrow key 2 times and hit enter. Now put the blinky guy back on that x-intercept as close as you can get. And now hit the right arrow key 2 times and hit enter. And then just hit enter again. Yeah.
So when I tried to find the third x-intercept,
It keeps saying
I got y was 1e -12.
Yeah, so I'm glad that came up. So if anybody ever sees that, it says y equals 1e -12. That's the calculator. It's just a weird, funky little thing. It's basically 0. That's scientific notation for 1 times 10 to the -12th power. So it's a decimal, 11 zeros, and then a 1. It's basically 0. So if you ever see it, it's just 0. Yeah.
this is error.
Let me see. There's one other thing I could think that you did. No sign change. Okay, second calc, choose choice 2. Show me what you're doing. Oh, you're finding the max. We're finding the x-intercept.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Did everybody get this one? -0.655.
My maximum is weird too. My maximum, I got like 1.15616 1e -7.
Same thing.
So
Whenever you see 1e with a negative number, it's just 0.
does that mean okay, so x is just
Yeah. So 1 x-intercept is there. The next one, second calc, choose choice 2. It looks like it's a little bit before 1, right? So go to the left of it, go to the right of it, hit enter. Yeah, I get 0.79. Did you?
Yeah.
And I have one more, which looks like it's at like 1, 2, 3, just shy of 4. Second calc, choose choice 2. Bring your blinky guy over there. Go to the left, go to the right. Yeah, oh, see? I have it this time. See, mine came up 1e negative 12. That's just 0. Right? Because think about what that number actually is. It's a decimal. 11 zeros and then a 1. That's 0. So it's going to be 3.87 as my third. So there are my 3 x-intercepts. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to find the relative max and min. I have one of each. What's this one? Whoa. What's this one? A max or a min? Max. Second calc. Choice 4. Bring your blinky guy all the way back over. Make sure you're to the left of it. Make sure you're to the right of it. Oh, see, this time now it came up in the x. See, I have that number, e negative 7. That's just 0. It's just a funky little thing in the, it's just 0, comma 2. So 1, I have 0, comma 2 is a relative max. And then I just need to find that relative min, so I'm going to choose choice 3. Go to the left, go to the right. 2.67, comma, negative 7.48. That was a relative min. Whoa. Sorry. There they are.
I didn't get that number. Or maybe this
And then I can just plot these things. There's my gorgeous graph. Are we getting the hang of it? Why don't you try number... Okay, why not? Try 3. So, find everything you need to find without me telling you how. See if you can do it. If you're getting an error and you can't figure out why, let me know and I'll take a look.
If it was like a W, where would the minimum be? At like the bottom of the...
You'd have 2 minimums. Yep. Actually, I'm glad that this one came up. But I know I was going to let you do it without me talking, but this one I kind of have to talk about, sorry. So, see this graph? Did you graph it? And this is what you got out?
Yeah.
What's happening at these points? It's bouncing, which means that I'm getting double roots at each one. So if you try and do an x-intercept, you're not going to find it. Because you can't, when you do an x-intercept, you basically have to have something, when you go left and right, one's got to be positive, one's got to be negative. Because if it crosses the x-axis, one part's above, one part's below. But this never goes above and below. They're both above. So what are you going to do? You're just finding the minimum. The minimum, since the vertex is on the x-axis, when I find the minimum, I have the x-intercept.
But it worked when I did it.
With choosing a 0?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, okay. Forget that I said anything then. You
No,
just
because
do
when
you.
I did one of the minimums and it was negative 1.00000001.
Wow. Okay, I didn't think that it would work. I thought you had to have, if we didn't have a sign change, I didn't think it would work. Forget everything I just said. figure out how to edit that out of the video. I don't know how.
What, -1?
Yeah, so that just call that -1. So looks like we have an x-intercept at -1.
I thought it was 2 because it bounces.
Yes. Well, and then we do the same thing for the other guy. Oh, what do you know? What's convenient is you already know your mins. You don't have to have the calculator do them because since they're on the x-axis, you know. You get what I'm saying? You don't know where that max is in the middle, but you know where the two mins are. So at -1, 0, there's a relative min, and at 1, 0, also a relative min.
Is that middle thing or max?
Yes, so we do need to figure out where that is.
See, then once we find
Oh, interesting.
the minimum and the max, can we just do the 2 arm stuff? Like, but I didn't find zeros for that one. Should I find zeros for that one?
It doesn't matter because they're the same in this case. Shall we try 4? I knew you'd be enthused. Go ahead, try 4. This time I won't talk to you. You see if you can get 4. All the bits and pieces you need without me talking.
Why won't it let me draw? When I hit draw, this is what
Because you use the minus sign instead of the negative. The very first one is you gotta hit the number under the 3, that key instead of the, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, isn't the max one of them the same as 0?
Yes, it should be. Huh. Oh. That's weird. Oh, wow. Oh, well. So I thought this was a nice straightforward problem, but it's actually got this hidden little secret. But, oh, geez Louise.
That's 5 3. Wait, what's the hidden thing?
I'm gonna show you. If I can find it. That's not what I want. Okay. All right. So, did you get some of these numbers that I got? Like x-intercepts at negative 2.25, negative 0.55, and then something weird maybe happened over here. Did you get 1 or something really close to 1? Yeah, okay. And then you do your relative max. There was 1 here, negative 1.66, comma 4.25. Then there was a min at 0, negative 1.
I got 0, negative 1 for a minute.
And then, I don't know if you tried to find the relative max, or if you were like, oh, well, it bounced off. I already know where it is. Okay, this one's weird. I thought it bounced off too. But I zoomed in on that one part. So this is, if you look at your graph, it's this, shoot, where is it? It's the part right here where it's coming up to, you had a min here, and then it looks like a max right there. I'm zoomed in on this part of the graph right here. Way zoomed in. Do you see something? Do you see something happening? Look. It actually doesn't bounce. It goes so tiny over it.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh my god. So you actually don't get 1 with a multiplicity of 2. You get, it crosses at 1, but then it also crosses the tiniest little bit past 1 too. Oh my gosh. Super annoying. Normally this would not happen. I'll make sure to give you nice ones that either bounce or pass right through when it's very obvious. This one, I mean, how would you know? I wouldn't have known until I went to find the relative max, and I'm like, why isn't it just spitting out 1, 0? Because I kept getting like 0.95 something, or something weird. I'm like, well, that's not right. Anyway, so that one had a little sneaky weird thing. Sorry about that. Real quick, last one you have to try is, would you rather do, let's do 6. Last one. Oops.
If you get an E something, is that just 0?
Yeah. So, when this one is straightforward. I like this one. This one you should just get some nice numbers.
Wait, how did you graph the last one and sketch it?
Oh, I didn't finish. But, let's see. I had a max at negative 1.6, 4.25. Here's my last one, if you want. Now that I put all those pieces in. So now, here's my answers for 6. Did you get what I got? Or very close? So there's only one x-intercept. It's at 2.49. There's one relative min at 0.3 and one relative max 1.3 comma 4.19. So if I gave you a question like number 6 on your quiz on Friday, could you do it?
Yeah.
You
I don't know
can?
about, like, number 4.
Well, that one, yeah, I wouldn't give you a sneaky one. Okay, if you have a calculator that did not come off of the wall, so if you got it from me or from Joe, give it back to Joe. Oh, you gotta turn them off though first. So to turn them off, you hit second and then the on button, which is the bottom left corner button. And then put the cover back on nice and neat. Joe, would you mind giving them back to Miss Swanson? So you should have 6 altogether, right? This is one of them.
Sorry.
I'm done for. Need one more. Should I go?
Yeah,
back?
please, thank you. Otherwise, please put them back on the wall.